following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
I just want to let everybody out there in the Great Gridiron League know, especially Cause and Bauer, that it's over, folks. It's time to surrender. Why even bother setting a lineup this weekend? Because I have just acquired the ultimate lineup of LaShawn McCoy, Freddie Jackson, Arian Foster, Mike Wallace, Dwayne Bowe, Aaron Hernandez, Sebastian Janikowski, and yes, your favorite fantasy football quarterback, Tim Tebow. So if I were you boys, I would spend your Sunday, I don't know, getting donuts, sitting in front of the television, reading the paper, studying up for your Wheelhouse radio, because as of today, October 26th, Eric Gargiulo is officially the champ.
Break it down, Cos.
How dare you?
Holy flying Not much to talk about here. Would you not give your left nut to be a quarterback on that team?
The Wheelhouse Sunday NFL Wrap-Up with Bauer.
That team is right now destined for the shit pile.
And the sweet, nasty Chris Cause.
It's a victory for my ego, baby.
Wow! Welcome, everybody. I know we're a little behind the times on that Eric Gargiulo.
Yeah, that was supposed to be last week, but something happened.
Well, it was. Yeah, there was a
Stupid blizzard.
nor'easter. It came. Power was as of this afternoon. I believe there were still 140,000 people in Connecticut without power.
Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way.
The
Happy New
goal,
Year.
thank you. The goal was supposed to be Connecticut Light and Power had said that they would have 99% of the state ready to go by midnight tonight, and already there's no way they're going to possibly meet that goal.
And that's a solid week, 8 days?
8 days. And I will say this, for all of their, we will work tirelessly, day and night. Really? I've been driving around 9:30, 10 o'clock at night the last couple nights. Haven't seen one fucking truck on the road.
Well, I just passed a whole bunch, and second, I didn't even mention this to Bauer, but I guess in a close nearby town here in Connecticut, it's Halloween.
Yes.
Which I didn't realize.
Yes, you drove through that, right?
I drove through Halloween
Yeah.
here in November. So they've rescheduled Halloween not only in my town, but in other surrounding towns.
Charlie went trick-or-treating yesterday.
I was going to ask you if you had it yet.
Well, we technically did because while we didn't have any power, the mall at Danbury.
Well, can we
please go ahead
for everybody who doesn't understand what's
please
going on
yeah
here,
if
to
you
preface
please.
this, the reason why we lost power is when Andy Rooney died. So they shut the grid off here in the
You
Northeast.
don't know the eyebrows power so much.
I don't know, maybe too soon. But the nor'easter there in October really just knocked us right out.
Yeah.
And when it was snowing and 6 to 10 inches, and every tree limb in my yard just decided to fall.
Yeah, we have. There's a tree right out here that Charlie loves to climb on. That I thought it was gone. I thought it was gonna be a goner. I thought every limb on it was touching the ground, like the snow had weighed it down that much. And now it's bounced back to life here 8 days later. But it was. I hate to say, like, making it say vast destruction sounds horribly bad, but seriously, 3 days later, if you were driving through any of the towns, it looked like a giant tornado had hit the town just from the limbs down. If you didn't think about the snow that was still on somebody's yard or on their homes, it looked like a tornado had hit here.
We had our first call at the firehouse Saturday at 2 o'clock. I lost power Saturday at 7:05 p.m. because that's what my stove clock said. Didn't really leave the firehouse until Thursday when my power came back on at 6:30.
Jesus.
So it's been a long week for everybody here in the Northeast.
So, needless to say, cause Halloween on Monday was canceled as far as trick or treating house. Literally, cities calling off Halloween. Cities delaying it.
I heard and read about numerous places that either were rescheduling or canceling altogether.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing the New Jersey governor was very happy with. Wasn't he the one trying to reschedule it altogether?
Chris Christie?
I think it's like the last Saturday in October.
Pudgeonson? Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, he likes candy.
They what they did do was they had the big mall up the way had the ability to take your child there and go trick-or-treating at the mall, which I thought sounded fantastic until you realize how many people were out of power, A, and B, once you got there and the sheer volume for 2 hours, from 4 to 6 p.m., the sheer volume of kids and parents and...
It sounds like a great idea, and frankly, it's also really nice, safe, well-lit. Around here, in the past couple of years, it's been a good place to go because it's been air conditioned.
Right.
And I realize that that's not really what you want to hear at this time, but
as it's 40 degrees outside, yes.
But
was got heat on
sometimes,
here.
I mean, actually, it's fine now. But I mean, there have been times in the past couple of years that it's been like 90s, and
Yeah.
you know. So anyway, to go trick or treating where you're wearing a hot costume and you're 3 is more challenging.
No, I totally
Go to
agree.
the
I
malls,
remember.
actually.
I remember the Halloweens there in Orlando, and you're right. It was stifling hot, and it was everything you could do to just make sure you got to a place that had some air conditioning to get some trick or treating done. You certainly the door to door thing. I was like, fuck that. There's no way.
Although this year we did do the door to door thing. We did it in a neighboring town, which is the way to go.
Nice. See, and that's the thing.
Celebration, Florida, ladies and gentlemen.
Very
If
nice.
you're looking for a place to go for your Halloween,
I may
needs,
have to take you up on that and fly down next year and bring Charlie trick or treating
Well,
there.
especially when the snow hits.
Well,
I'm
that's
telling you should, yeah, because it is BANANAS.
Well, listen, regardless of the snow, here out in the middle of fucking nowhere where we are, was just a waste. There's no trick-or-treaters whatsoever. But we wanted to go to a neighboring town to go do similar thing they're causing. All the neighboring towns were out of power as well. So we had to go to the mall, which was, in my mind's eye, it is completely unforgettable, the white trash moments that we're seeing there. But beyond that, the non-English speaking moments were above and beyond. In addition to, within the first 20 minutes of trick-or-treating, having to dodge the vomit that was still on the floor of the mall. From and not just one little
See, you
spot.
wouldn't get that at the Stanford Mall.
Not, I guess not. The Danbury Fair Mall.
Those are typically
You
bullet
could have
shells.
gone to the Trumbull Mall.
Right. Well, no, those are the bullet shells.
Those
That's
are
where
bullet
that's where you have stab wounds.
Bridgeport, dead people.
Right.
Literally.
Come on,
Right.
not at the Trumbull Mall.
Yeah, there's
Things have changed at the Trumbull Mall.
oh,
so
things have changed. There was I believe last Christmas there was a shootout
Oh God.
at the mall.
Which one was
Really?
it? Which one was it where a shopping cart was launched on a woman's head? And she's now
Launched?
brain dead.
I know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was recently.
Great.
Launched.
Yeah, launched.
They threw it off of like
Say
4 stories.
launcher as a shopping cart launcher.
A
Yes.
catapult.
Steve-O was
some
in
kind
it,
of super villain that has this. Is
Johnny
this-
Knoxville gave the countdown.
and Wee Man just leaped.
Right. It was needless to say. It was. I think Kim and I, and more so, I lasted a little bit long. Kim wanted to go like 5 minutes into
I
the
don't
trick or
blame her.
treating fest.
That's retarded.
We had that last year at a certain shopping pavilion at a nearby theme park.
Oh yes. It's
we did that last year, and it was
there was not. I don't know if you had this cause. There was not a moment. I looked at my daughter who was dressed as Jessie from Toy Story. There was not a moment that there was a smile on her face. There was not a moment during the half an hour of trick or treating at the mall that she was happy that she was trick or treating there. She was
enjoying herself and getting free candy.
Yeah, she was getting candy, but it was like a line of Jews being walked to the shower.
Oh my God.
Oh, my, that might be too soon.
It might be too soon.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say my daughter was in
a
a
little soon.
daughter was in a line.
Give it another 60 years or so.
My daughter was in a line and was completely unhappy about what was the happiest part of that outcome that was about to come 5 children in front of her. She was so horrified by. And it may have had to be, dodging around the vomit at the time, but
I don't blame her.
nonetheless, so that lasted a few minutes, and then we went to go to dinner, which, by the way, we spent a fortune this past week just in having to eat out, go to restaurants, go breakfast, lunch, and dinner because we had no power at the house.
There's only so much. Yeah. Oh boy.
At least you
There's
had the
only so much
fireplace.
you really can do, right? I mean,
I
have a can of beans and start a fire outside. I guess.
well, even the outside was still 35 degrees.
Well, let me. I had actually. You know what? The good thing is I had a background in this like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Bauer did not.
Yeah.
So this was like Bauer was one of the only 10 homes in the entire area that weren't hit
When the
by a rain.
hurricane came through, right? Yeah.
So I was
Oh,
prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was prepared. Let's play. How cold was it in your house?
Okay. You want to play? Okay, here's what I'll tell you. We built a raging fire. Like I went to the store and got the biggest pack of wood that I could find because it was dry.
You just broke down the coffee table.
It was yeah. Trust me, I would love to do that. I bought the biggest giant, like $20 pack of wood that I could find. Brought it in the house. Had almost the entire thing in the fireplace.
Wow.
Trying to keep it raised the temperature of the house. This is when I went to bed. It raised the temperature of the house to 40.